And if I would have figured out this whole carpet cleaning thing when I was younger, my 20s, who knows what it could have been. How much money you want to bet I can throw a football over that mountain over there?
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains? Yeah, if Coach would have put me in fourth quarter, we'd have been state champions, no doubt. I reckon you know a lot about cyberspace. You ever come across anything like time travel?
Easy. I've already looked into it for myself.
What's up, guys? So second job of the day. First job we did carpets and a little bit of tile. Knocked that out, and also did an estimate for wax removal on some laminate Papa Go products, right? We're gonna be using the SPP pad on that one, and I did do a spot for them and they liked it, so that's gonna be nice. So we have, let me turn this around. All right, second job. We're just gonna do this area here, this office area, lobby area, or a meeting room, I don't know. Anyway, commercial carpet. Edwin's vacuuming, working his way down. The stairs are the worst of it. I'm on the lip and stuff. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and mix up our solution and a pre-spray, agitate where needed in that large area, but definitely do a lot of agitation on the stairs. We'll use the brush there to do the agitation. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use this today. I'm out of my carpet details. The shipment didn't come today. It is pretty bad. This is commercial. I'm not going to dilute it really heavily. It's going to be on the mild side, because this stuff it's really for kind of rat nasty stuff. But you know, tough grease, stuff like that. Perfect. This will be just fine. Real quick, guys, if you're thinking about getting into the carpet cleaning business, I do offer a step-by-step course down below. All my videos, there's a link. Not just the technical side of it, but the business side of it. How to get those customers to call you. Also, the tools I love and use, down below also. Now back to the video. Some ink in here, right down here. So we got ink acid there. That's gonna take care of that ink. Alright, so rather than go ahead and boosting my entire pre-spray for organic coffee spills, it is a meeting room, right? There's going to be some organic in there. I'm just going to go ahead and spot what I can see with the here, so I don't waste all that solution. So I'm just going to spot the spots, right? Urine stains, that's a little more of an all over for me. But when it comes to just organic spills, water, coffee, and stuff like that, you know, you do this. So I like these little spots here, most likely coffee, water spill. We're not even going to scrub. We're not even going to do any agitation up here, but we are going to agitate those stairs. Wow, how come underneath this desk there's so many spills, and underneath the rest of the other ones we don't have that problem? Detective mode. I think maybe somebody's putting their drink under there, sits in that same spot all the time. I don't know, and spills it constantly. Kind of weird. You know, the prep guy, the guy who goes ahead of the guy extracting, and getting it all ready for him, you know, it really makes the job. It depends on how tough a job is going to be. All right. So you got a guy that's going ahead of you, taking care of all this stuff, and you can just keep cleaning as you go through. That makes the job a lot quicker and much easier by the end of the day. So that's a wrench. So I'm using, I think, Pro-Chem all-fiber wrench in there. Either that or Chem's bet. But anyway, that's a wrench. That's neutralizing the high pH, because that, although you probably don't need it because it's an encapsulation formula, it's just smart to do. It neutralizes that pH because that angry lemon is at 10.5, I believe. So we want to bring it close to that 7 pH as possible. So there's a little short one that you can get for this to hang with a hoop on there. That way you can, you know, keep your hoses from falling down. The Velcro on that thing went to, you know what, and so this is something that you can also use for when you're wanding, period. You can put this on and then hook it to your belt. That way, yeah, you got a little bit of slack there and you're not fighting the hoses. Especially when you're doing stairs, it really helps out. You don't have anybody below you supporting the hoses. So I'm using it for holding it. All right, so I think, I'm not sure what this is, this brown here. I was thinking it's adhesive, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm not sure what that is. If it doesn't come out, I'm not gonna really get to it. Nice difference there. This cargo wasn't totally bad. Not to see an extreme transition like you would see over there at watching Sager's channel, Mark Sager's channel. He cleans those greasy restaurant stuff, man. If you want to see some steam, some grease cutting, check his out. This YouTube channel out. So normally about 99% of the time I do VLM on commercial carpet. In this case I chose hot water extraction just because of the stairs. It's gonna be a tough rinse. I might have to go across it with a pad anyway and to get the best looking results, but we'll see. All right, that's good. right, so I'm not amazingly happy with the stairs. They do look like a lot bigger, but you know, right there at the toe of it, it's a little darker than I want. And we pre-sprayed, we agitated, we pre-sprayed, agitated again. Still not perfect. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to a worn fiber, but not until I go over with this. I'm gonna just spray along there and see if I can buff it out a little bit. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm good, I'm content. I tried it, ain't nothing working. Worn fiber and all that stuff, it's color. It's, the carpet's been dyed by some kind of transfer. Looks like tape, but it doesn't feel like it, so. All right, so couldn't get it any better than that, so that'll have to be it. All right, see you in the next one.